Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin. Before we jump into the price action, just want to say thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and why not leave us some feedback down below in the comment section. Always happy to hear from you. So why not drop it down there and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. It's in the description. You'll find a link to the Discord. Why not come check it out? It's free to join. Once in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff and we'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need. Okay, so let's get into the price action here. So there's still the possibility that we could be forming a deeper fourth wave here. Alternatively, we can look at it in this way, where we were looking at the potential that we've actually formed a fifth into this high, and then we're actually looking for this orange fourth from this point. I do prefer the other option, to be honest with you. There's also the potential that we are still within this third wave and looking to end as a diagonal. So we're going to go over these options and what needs to happen to either confirm or invalidate these points. So basically what we're talking about within this structure is the potential that we could look to look at this move in this way, in which case we would be looking for a potential for a diagonal, and for as long as we hold this zone here of this 22,500, this is still valid. What we'd want to see is effectively this move to play out as a ABC move to the upside as a three-wave structure, and we'd want to see this come up into this zone of this wave one high here. So, we'd want to come up and take this area effectively. We wouldn't want to cross this 24,394 zone though. So currently looking for upside. I'm looking at the possibility of two things from here. So as we can see, we've got this just marked up as an A, a B, and a C to the upside here. So that would be this 23,773 at a 1-to-1. That is if we actually come back down deeper here into the 618 retracement. If we only come back into the top zone of this, which would be that 50%, effectively this would change that target for 1-to-1 and would actually take us to this 23,875. So that would just be a corrective structure to the upside, which could then allow for us to actually break down deeper. So this red box zone here is a typical fib rejection area, and effectively what we could then see is a move come up into these ranges, especially if we only form this 1-to-1. Then we could potentially look to either one of the options as a triangle, maybe, or alternatively, we could be looking at this as an A or a 1, 2, and a 3 to the downside, which would look to actually push us much deeper down into this zone. So we got to just give it a bit of time here and see how exactly this move plays out, because we're still looking for that deeper move potentially into this previous fourth wave up here. So if we do actually break down deeper here, this would be the zone we could potentially look to travel into, though we need to also just be careful because this could also still be within a final push to the upside here. So that's looking at it within this option here. So effectively, if we do move to the upside here, we'd want to maintain this line of this 22,628, and basically what we want to see is either we're going to get this play out as a ABC to the upside, like I said, as a 1-to-1 off that 618 would be towards this 702 line, then the 786 would actually be pretty much a 1-to-1, which is this 23,894 off of this 50%. So that would be something that if we do actually look to retrace down here a little bit more, we could see this play out to the upside as a C wave into this area. Alternatively, we can potentially count this as a diagonal where we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this would be a fifth. So this would be an expanding one in that variant. So, we'd be looking for this retracement for this B wave. And then, like I said, either we can get a C wave, or if we do have a bigger push to the upside, potentially we could form a bigger 5-wave move where this becomes a 1, 2. And then by crossing this 24,305, it would actually give us a confirmation of a bigger structure here, where we come down for a fourth and then push up for a fifth. This is obviously providing there's no extensions within the move, and what we would be looking for then is effectively once this structure starts, we can track it a bit better. But if this is the case, we would have to argue that then this fourth wave is actually looking to complete. Sorry, this fifth wave is looking to complete, and within this orange option, we'd want to see that breakdown for confirmation. if we change it over here to the other option that we were looking at, which is this on the macro scale, it's looking for this with a flat correction. We can actually argue, because we've got a 5-wave move here, we could actually complete this C wave like this, and then effectively this could become the gray 5th wave, which is actually looking to push up into the zone. So if I'd go off of this high down into this low, potentially our zone we could look to travel would be this 1236 to this 1618, which would be 25,576 to this 24,758. So obviously, if we are looking to push up from this point, this would be our invalidation, our 22,628. So if we are looking to push up from here, effectively this would be our invalidation. So, you know, on this retracement here, we have to see how this reacts. If this starts to move away from here, then we can potentially have a shallow wave 2 within here or something going on. Besides, I'd expect a deeper one though, to be fair. I'd want to come back and at least test these high points here on this 50% before looking to move away. We'll have to see how it plays out, but effectively then we could be looking for this 5th wave from this point. And the other options which we've been talking about is basically still looking for this grey 4th wave to actually come down deeper as well, and looking to potentially come back and retest this channel. They don't have to do this. Sometimes they might only test the middle of the channel and then push up and then complete. But this is still a possibility that we could still grind down into this channel somehow. And either we'd have to look at it as a WXY, or alternatively, I'd prefer to look at it as an ABC. But if it's going to be an ABC as a flat correction with this bigger C wave, what we'd actually want to see is this actually come back up here, face rejection, and then look to break down deeper. And like I said, if we are doing that, what we'd be looking for is this zone here, this 21,467, potentially coming back and retesting the top of this channel. This would be neater, and basically this is still what I'm anticipating, unless we do develop some bigger structure to the upside here. You know, this is one of the possibilities that I'm still tracking. I do prefer a deeper move here, but it doesn't necessarily have to happen. So we just need to be aware that it could complete here. The alternative to this, and the way, sorry, let's carry on with that. So the way we'd be looking at that would be looking for it to actually break down something like this. So we would be looking at this as potentially a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into here, and then looking actually for this wave 2. So we've actually come up into this 50% zone. So if we do actually break down and take this low and this low here of this A wave, this 22,489, it becomes possible that we actually are within this green 3rd wave, though we'd only get confirmation at this 21,154, in which case we could then look for that push up for a 4th and an additional 5th to the downside. So we can see that this 5-wave move, if it plays out as I have it shown here, would actually take us quite nicely into this 4th wave area. So this is just something that actually, until we cross this 24,255, it is still possible that we are within this structure. So this can still find support and push up one more time as a 3-wave move. We can come up like this, drop back down, test these zones, and then look to push up still, and potentially look to test the higher range of this, which would be that 786. And if we do push up to that zone, what we would then be looking for would be a different typical 3rd wave. So I'm going to just put that onto there. Then we could see that would bring this up to this 21,361, which would then change the dynamics of where this ends slightly. But yeah, I am anticipating some kind of a drop back to the downside here. So we're gonna have to just see how this plays out. There is also the possibility, we talked about it yesterday, of forming a triangle here, where we are looking at this potentially as an A, B, C, D, E, and that would be that 4th wave triangle. So, if we do look to form a smaller ABC here, it is possible something like this. It is possible this could then become that D wave, and actually what we could then see is a drop down for an E wave, and then actually looking to push up for that 5th wave from this point. So these are all still valid possibilities. The triangle would be invalidated by actually crossing above this 24,255. Yeah, and below this 22,300. If we move below that point, effectively it would invalidate this as a potential triangle here. And then we would be looking to actually follow one of the other options. If we go to the downside, I'd be looking for this lower range here of this fourth, and potentially a test of this channel, and possibly the test of this channel. But like I said, it could just complete here and then move up. So, if we do move up past this 24,255, it would be a good indication that we're actually within that fifth wave then. And we would be looking for that to complete and then be looking for a deeper retracement. Um, we still need to be a bit cautious because, we at the moment all we have is a three-wave move. So this could still break down and actually look to take out the high point of this move here should be at this 18,408, and that would basically invalidate that fourth and fifth wave, and we'd have to. The problem is to count it. You could potentially say this was just completed into here, but it's not very neat. We'd want to do that a bit of a bigger move. Like I said, if we get this triangle play out, that becomes more sort of it becomes the same sort of size as the wave two, but until we actually get a bigger structure here. If we do break down here, this is starting to take quite a bit of time. So it is possible that it completes here and we push up. But like I said, I am anticipating either we're going to break down here or we're going to get some more of the sideways structure here. It all depends on whether we break this 24,255 and this low point of this 22,300. If not, that diagonal option still is valid, where we could be looking for that fifth wave in a diagonal. But yeah, I mean, we'd want to see the problem is the move to the upside here. We can only count this if we wanted to look at it as an impulse. We could only look at this being a wave one as a diagonal. But the problem is with these diagonals is they can also just be an A wave. So there's not a lot of clarity in these moves. So we'll have to just keep an eye on it. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. And why not leave us some feedback down below in the comments section. Always happy to hear from you. Drop it down there. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also in the description below, you'll find a link to the Discord. Why not come check it out? It is free to join. Once you're in the general chat area, just mention a member of staff and we'll be happy to help you out with anything you may need. In the description below, you'll also find affiliate links for BYBIT and PrimeXBT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Why not check them out? If you use the link, they do help support the channel, and there are deposit bonuses. More information can be found on their websites. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.